Hey guys, Lieutenant Dan here with a really quick video on the steps I've taken to magnetize my tanks. So I've already done my Russian tanks, but I want to do a quick video on doing my British tanks. So as many of you already know, I got a big piece of sheet metal underneath my map, and ultimately I want to get all my pieces magnetized. So I wanted to start with something fairly easy. So let's figured I might as well start doing the tanks. So what you're going to need for this is obviously magnets. I settled with this size, which is a 3mm by 2mm. And you're going to need a X-Acto knife. Is not necessary, but it is helpful for when you have the appropriate side. This makes it easy to pick up the magnet and also place it into the hole of the tank. The next thing you'll need is obviously glue. I settled with this. It's okay. The main reason for this was that it's paintable because ultimately I'm going to be painting my pieces, so that was a requirement. And I don't like super glue because it just dries too quick, and I didn't want to have to worry about that, and also getting on my hands and things like that. You also need some way to drill your holes. You could use a hand drill such as this, or sitting in Afghanistan is an electric drill. The downsides with these is that you will have to continually check the depths of the hole, and then you risk drilling through your piece. So that is why I purchased a pretty cheap drill press from Harbor Freight a couple weeks back, so that I could set the depth of the hole that I wanted to make, and then just repeat that with as many pieces that I was going to drill. So let me show you the steps I took. All right, guys, so what I'm going to be doing is drilling a bunch of holes in the British tanks. So I bought this drill press a couple weeks back, and knowing that I was going to be doing a lot of drilling, and so I wanted to have consistent drills in all the pieces wherever possible. So to help me do that, I have that block of wood there, and what you don't see is that there's already a hole drilled in so that I can place the turret of the tank in there, so I know where to place or rest the tank. And that clamp that you see there, keeps that block of wood in the proper position. And having that hole in that block gives me, gives me a consistent hole in every tank. So it'll be basically centered up. And what I'm doing now is checking to get the proper depth. So I'll have a magnet that I'm going to place in there to make sure I'm getting the right depth. And once I have that, then I'm going to set the depth of the drill press so that it's the same from tank to tank. All right, now that I got the depth, I'm going to go ahead and start speeding up this video, quadruple time it, and then I'll see you on the other end when I start gluing the magnets in the tank. All right, so during the drilling process, some hard edges were created on most of the holes that were drilled out. So I'm just taking an X-Acto knife and just kind of cleaning up, getting any junk inside of the hole, clearing that out, and then making the top edge of the hole as smooth as possible with the bottom of the tank. All right, so now it's time to start placing the magnets in the tank. And so just a couple things to look at is that I have the stack of magnets there resting on the metal ruler that I have there. And then what I do to ensure that the proper direction of the magnet is in the right spot, I will use that yellow arrow which has a magnet inside of it. If you place a magnet on top of that yellow arrow, the magnet will orient itself in the proper direction so that when I ultimately place the magnet in the tank, that magnet will be pointing in the same direction as that yellow arrow, as an example. So what I do is, you'll see me here, is that I take the top magnet on the stack of magnets there, and then I'll drop it onto the arrow. Then I'll take my X-Acto knife and pick it up, and then I'll scoop up some stuff, some glue, and then put it in the magnet. And then I just rub off the excess, and that's it. And then I just repeat that. Alright guys, I'm going to have to call this video a wrap. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. Until then, take care.